this video, I wanted to show you a few other ways you could use Curipod for TEKS-aligned lessons and while you're preparing for your STAR. So I'm on the home page of Curipod right now, and the first thing I wanted to show you is the full lesson. So if you click on the full lesson, you can paste in a standard, so paste in a TEK social studies standards here, and then I can click Customize Now. It then builds your lesson, and as other lessons, you can preview it here, you can present directly, or you can edit it. If we edit, you can look through it, see all the activities and content it is built out here. And then I can present it when I want to use it. And we have a similar lesson called Full Lesson Bilingual. So if I click on this lesson, you can also paste in a standard, but here you can also set a second language, and it creates the lesson in 2 languages. We also have a lot of these quick write lessons. Monsters and Magic, Convince the Evil AI Ruler, Mystery Mission for the Perpetrator, and all of these quick write lessons are made so that students get a writing challenge. They're very immersive, so they're engaging to use. We actually have a separate course about this covering our immersive reading and writing experiences. But the idea here is to not replicate any tests specifically, but it's create engaging and immersive experiences to motivate students to practice writing. So you can take a look at one of them, Monsters and Magic. So in this one, we give it a monster type. I'll use dragon, and then I'll click Customize Now. If I'll click Edit, we can walk through this a bit. So the Monsters and Magic lesson, the first slide here is the teacher slide. It goes through a lesson overview. Then you see the TEK standards, its covers. So this focuses on multi-paragraph arguments, text using characteristics and craft, argumentative writing, making inferences. And then we see the rubric it's using to grade the students, and then the lesson starts. So the flow of this lesson will be the students first get introduced to this immersive story, the dragon's path, and then welcome into a world filled with wonders and danger, and they get presented to this dragon that is blocking their path. And then they get to read the text about the dragon's strengths and weaknesses, and the text about the spells they know, and introduced to a rubric. And then on slide 13 here, they will write an argumentative essay to defeat the dragon. I'll show you how this works. So I'll click Present, and then I'll copy the join link here. And as I've done in previous videos, I will now open another tab where I am the student. I'll move back to the teacher screen. And I can start this activity. So as a student, I can go back here and I can read. Despite its formidable strength, the dragon has a weak spot under its soft belly where the scales are softer. It's also vulnerable to ice-based attacks, which can slow it down. The dragon is easily distracted by shiny objects. And then I can read about all of these spells I know, and I can start writing. To distract the dragon, I will use shiny lure. This will work because the dragon is easily distracted by shiny objects. Then I will sneak up behind it and use Frostbite to stop it. I'll submit my answer. I'll go back to the teacher screen. Then I'll click Give Feedback. If we go back to the student screen now, all the students get feedback. There's feedback on my thesis and claim here, evidence and support, total score. So I escaped the monster, but I did not defeat it to collect the treasure. This is a super engaging way of making your students really engaged in writing. So all of these quick writes, we make the rubrics aligned with the TEKS rubrics, but they're not star prep lessons. But they're still a very engaging way of getting them to be really motivated to write a lot. So there is something you can use together with all the star prep content. So I really hope you find something you enjoy here.